Hi there. My name is Mike Markey, one of the business development managers at Ingram Micro and based within the modern work and security team. Today, over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to talk to you about moving on-prem to cloud, kind of what the need to knows are. Now, if we look at the way in which today looks like for your customers, especially within that SMB space, particularly sometimes, some of those customers might think they've got that good enough platform. They might have a fragmented endpoint solutions. They've got no real technology strategy, and they might be using legacy back office software. All of these kind of accumulate to those kind of additional running costs, maintenance costs, those extra man hours or woman hours in kind of maintaining that software and even like the hardware to make sure that everything's compliant, it's up to date, those policies are all rolled out, and each machine is kind of, singing from the same hymn sheet, if you like. Now, if we think about those costs that we've actually just talked about in that on-prem environment and what today and yesterday looks like for your customer, many of those are actually negated when moving to on-cloud scenarios or in the cloud scenarios, whether it be through the additional hours put in for maintaining additional hardware within business, looking at backing up and everything's done manually. If additional hardware needs to be purchased and even installed, it's really about moving from that CapEx to that OpEx model. Now, if we move across the journey by cloud area, so we'll start off with modern work and security, we're really looking at what that new cloud environment would look like for that potential customer. And to do that, we're kind of pointing out the priorities. So in modern work and security, it's all around kind of staying productive from virtually anywhere, whilst also maintaining those security endpoints. So if you think about staying productive from virtually anywhere, think about collaborative tools which we use today in the cloud. So more specifically, Microsoft Teams is the tool that I'm using today. So with that in mind, think of what collaborative working used to look like. So for you or I to work collaborative from an office space pre kind of cloud days, we'd be shoulder to shoulder at the same desk or even around a table, okay? Whereas now I can invite you to work on a document and we could be at opposite ends of the globe. And if we think about security and rolling out kind of, looking after those endpoints, think of device and app management and even identities and access control, as opposed to you bringing your device into me and I roll out those policies or update your machine. I can now push those to you via the cloud from anywhere. If we think about cloud and Azure, before the cloud, Azure really wasn't a thing in on-prem. So moving to the cloud, it's more about what you as a business need to prioritize. Thinking about servers, the backups, anything management related, connectivity, allowing those remote working capabilities through SaaS solutions, allowing you to connect to those data centers. Thing with Azure versus anything that you might have on-prem, it always stays compliant because you're paying that monthly bill or as you consume those Azure services and they're all online, okay? You're looking to kind of reduce that spend, but increase that agility as well. And Azure is absolutely perfect for this. If we think about the costing models within Azure or pre-Azure days with the on-prem, you are really looking at that CapEx model because ideally you've got to prep for the worst case scenario, that maximum data usage that you might as a business input into your daily routine. Whereas OpEx, it's pay as you go. You consume those services as and when you need them. If you need to switch something on for a couple of days, you can do that. You just switch it on, you then switch it back off and you pay for everything that you consumed. Whereas in that CapEx model, if you needed to migrate something or back up something, you've got to go out and buy all of that tech up front, and then you're stuck with it, even if you might have only needed it for a couple of hours. And lastly, by no means least, Dynamics 365. Now, a lot of the Dynamics 365, when moving from on-prem to cloud, is actually very similar to Azure. It's all around what it is that you would need to prioritize as a business. Now, there are studies out there which shows that Dynamics 365 can actually pay you back within 12 months, which is absolutely incredible. And it's really about only spending for the apps that you need to consume, okay? And that's all within the Dataverse, which kind of sounds a little bit superhero, but it is a super piece of tech. It's an evergreen product which is forever maintained. So thinking about those compliance measures and anything security wise, it's always there, do you know? And there's 2 big updates each year which are actually publicized, so you as a business can better forecast and prep your business for its needs, planning for a better synergy of technology. And there you have it. We've scratched the surface about everything you'd need about moving from on-prem to cloud. If you would like more information, please feel free to reach out to myself through my LinkedIn channel at Michael Markey, or you can email me at michael.markey@ingrammicro.com. Thank you, and bye-bye.